Okay, here is the grid. Hafiza Rofa, one XOX TKR racing team, will not be helping Waiuaji Trilaksana. April King Moscato, yesterday's winner for Uber Racing Yamaha Philippines, alongside Najul Izzat Bahudin for Malaysia.
And on road to Hafid Pradamatia, next to him, Pirapong Lui Bimpeng had an engine blow up yesterday, and number 6, all on his own, fighting for the championship, Waiuaji Trilaksana.
P7 belongs to Giancarlo Maurizio, who has performed well without getting the results perhaps he deserved. Ahmed Fazli Sham, you can almost guarantee he'll be leading for at least 2 of the laps here. Ahmed Afif Amran on slicks in P9.
And row 4, led by podium finisher yesterday, Shafiq Rosli. Next to him, wildcard, Turakit Buapa, and next to him another Thai wildcard for Team One for All, Pascon San Luang.
Yeah, they're possibly spoilers in there. Dimash Juli Atmoko, who started the season well, is in P13 alongside Gupita Krishna, who didn't start yesterday. Let's hope he gets off the grid this time. Izzat Zaidi Salhan, the championship leader, starts in P15.
P16, very fast rider, Murabul Vitoni for LFN HP 969. Next to him, Duc Tan from Vietnam, and next to him, the young man who finished second in race 1 last time out, Jordan Bardarou.
And the last 2 on the grid, Antoine from Honda Racing Vietnam, joined by John Emerson Ngito, and Emerson Ngito is another of those who's got a chance of a top 5 finish. He's level with Hafiza Rofa on 73 points in 6th place in the championship, just 2 points behind Najul Izzat Bahudin, who's on 75. So there's money up for grabs for these positions as well.
Yes, there is. Yep, and that will be handed out before all these riders leave Chang International Circuit this evening.
Yeah, there's a party looking forward to tonight. It's in an open tent. That could be interesting if the rain carries on.
Yes, and the wind. I mean, the tent might be all right if it was raining, but it's windy as well. So you want to sit right in the middle tonight, Des.
But for Waiuaji Trilaksana and one XOX team, they have got one thing in mind. Number 1 finish ahead of Izzat Zaidi, but number 2 is finish 6 points ahead of Izzat Zaidi. We're just getting confirmation of the tyres from Dunlop, and it is April King Moscato on slicks and Ahmad Afif Amran. Everybody else is on reins. So a big gamble, and our thanks to the Dunlop crews for getting us this information as soon as they could.
Yeah, Afif Amran, race winner here from last visit.
It doesn't look wet out there, does it? The track looks okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things it's difficult to judge from the commentary box, which is why we have Daniel outside.
Okay.
So, championship contender Waiuaji takes his place on the outside of row 2.
The rain has eased. The rain has eased. I tell you what, that slick gamble might not be such a gamble after all. 8 laps of the track. Long hold. When the red lights go off, the finale is underway. And that is our first look at Izzat Zaidi Salhan, and he's off nice and safely. He'll be looking to keeping Waiuaji Trilaksana in his sights. Waiuaji has got off to a slowish start, is at the tail end of that first group of 10 or 11 bikes, and let's see if those on the slick tyres are able to make a difference count. But there is a bit of spray up there, Barry Russell.
Yeah, there is spray, and Hafiza Rofa converted his pole position into a perfect start. He's just got swallowed up a little bit on the run up to turn 3.
And this is where the wind will come into play as well, because those long straights will buffet these small bikes around quite a lot.
And I think that might be the wild card that's just gone through there into the lead. No, it's not. It's Afif Amran.
Afif Amran. So Afif Amran, who was on slicks, he has taken the lead, and Waiuaji Trilaksana has gone along with them for the ride in the top 3. Ahmed Afif Amran. Was it a gamble? Was it a gamble?
Yeah, carefully through turn 4, but no wobbles there from April King, who's on slicks, number 43.
Oh, there are a couple of stand-up moments there. Everyone riding cautiously, making sure that they don't really caused themselves a problem, as we again keep a close eye on Izzat Zaidi Salam, bike number 98. He's the championship leader, and the man in green with the red helmet, you can see him there, that's why Chulaksana. He's the man who's going to make up 6 points or so. 87 is Najul Bahudin.
Yep, he had a look but decided to back off because of the conditions. Otherwise, I'd think he'd have gone through there. The track is wetter over that side, isn't it?
Ahmed Fazli Sham, of course, is one of those up at the lead. Now then, there is rain there. Ahmed Fazli Sham is in second place as Najul Bahudin takes the notorious corner 12 for the very first time. Dare I say, everyone around it gingerly. Izzat Zaidi is a long way back. Look at that P20. Izzat Zaidi Salahan is right at the very back. He has had a big problem. The camera has to go back, and the championship leader, oh, Barry Russell, this is dramatic.
Yeah, we saw a big turnaround yesterday, and he's struggling. He went wide again on turn 1. So at the front, Nazrul did make his way to the front. Ahmed Fazli Sham, it was a good prediction, but not a bold one, Des, that he would be at the front at some point.
The differential, I've got to say, is 5 seconds off the pace. And the man who's amongst those at the front with the red light behind him, that's the red helmet of Wayu Ajichalaksan and the green racing suit. Bike number 60. Okay, he has got the advantage now with 7.5 laps to go. Sorry, 6.5 laps to go.
Yeah, his pit crew will be scrambling to give him a message on the pit board, but he won't see that yet as they come through turn 4.
Right, the rain is now coming. The rain is coming. And bike 27, Shafi Grosley, third yesterday. Very, very capable competitor, Shafi Grosley, for Uma Racing Maju Malaysia. Yeah, he's got himself in the lead. Yeah,
he was due a good result. He got it yesterday. And I ran into him just sheltering from the wind in the top of the grandstand.
Izzat Zaidi is still way, way down beyond this group of riders. He's just coming into the shot now. Oh, my word, poor old Izzat Zaidi. This is turning into be a nightmarish opening couple of laps for him.
Yeah, Nazrul stays at the front. Fifan Ram has dropped back through the pack. Where is Wayu Ajit Trilaksana?
P3.
He's P3.
As they come into corner number 12, we will wait. Izzat Zaidi. He's just got to work his way back. He's just got to think one target at a time. Little moments, don't make mistakes as he slides a little bit on the right. There he is, coming through. He is 7 seconds down. He's lost 2 seconds on that last lap.
Yeah, he was quick though. The only rider quicker than him on that last lap was Shafiq Rosley, who crossed the line first that time around, but not looking good.
Shafiq Rosley leads the way. Giancarlo Maurizio also in there. Ahmed Fazli Sham inevitably. The guys are hunkering down, not so much for wind speed, just get themselves out of the rain at the moment.
And we've lost Nazrul Izzat.
Yeah, Nazrul Bahudin, yes.
So he's showing P20. We didn't see, he might have slid off. From some angles you can see the rain is serious. There's Wayu Aji with Gupita Krishna just behind him. Yeah, Gupita Krishna, who was unable to get anything yesterday, didn't get off the start line. He was fastest in qualification, didn't do a good Super Bowl, but Gupita Krishna is more than capable of taking this victory from this kind of position. And again, we wait. The front 5 are away, and Wayu Ajichalakzana is in that leading group. And if he can stay away from this, he's so far behind Izzat Zaidi, we can't even wait for him on the camera shot. Yeah, and this group of 5 are clear. He's got both his teammates
who aren't going to help him.
Oh, actually, only one. He's only got Fazli Sham in this group, and he won't help him. But Hafiza has dropped back to the front of the little group behind them. Giancarlo Maurizio also on that little group. Philippines have had a good weekend here, but Shafi Grosley is loving it in the wet, as is Gupita Krishna. And then you've got Wayu Ajichalakzana pushing for P3. And making a break is Shafiq Rosli. Ahmad Fazli Sham going through on his teammate, not helping him this time around.
Shafiq leads the way. P2 belongs to Ahmad Fazli Sham. Wayu Aji, Gupita Krishna, Giancarlo Maurizio are 1 through 5. I wait for the timing of Izzat Zaidi. 9.5 seconds. He's lost another 2 seconds, Izzat Zaidi. It's more than tyres for Izzat. There must be something wrong with his engine, and this must be utterly dispiriting for the young Malaysian.
Yeah, whether Wayu Aji is aware of it, the pit signals come very soon after turn 12. So you've got to be in the right place if you're going to see your pit signals. And look at the rain. Let's look for April King, who is on slicks. He's down in 18th.
Yeah, April King, 17th, and Ahmed Afif Amran, those who took the gamble as we thought it was a gamble, and it's not a gamble that's working, but they've still got to work hard because they've got to battle themselves for 3rd or 4th, but Izzat Baharudin is out. I tell you, who could come into this? John Enenkito could come into the battle for P4 overall, P3 overall.
Yeah, Giancarlo Maurizio, impressive too. So we think that Wayu Aji can finish 9th and win the championship. And currently he's lying in P4.
Ahmed Fazli Sham is there, providing a little bit of a guard. As going through there was Giancarlo Maurizio. Loving the work of Shafiq and Ahmed Fazli Sham. Fazli Sham, as we keep saying, keeps getting in the front, and there is the man who was leading the title, Izzat Zaidi. But it's not been a great weekend. Despite his 2nd place yesterday, he wasn't quick in qualification, Barry, and was only 14th, and he's slip-sliding. Got to be disciplined. He's just got to believe something will come good.
Yeah, he rode a really good race yesterday. Today, it hasn't gone his way at all. He is working his way up slowly.
Glum-looking pit bike. Oh, there is Ahmed Afif Amran. That could well be the slicks.
Most likely, yeah.
As Izzat comes around once again. Despairing halfway through the race now. Ahmed Afif Amran is up. April King Moscato also came off at the same time.
In fact, that was Wapa who came off for Cardinals.
It was, wasn't it? But Ahmed Afif Amran is a little bit down anyway. But Wapa,
both out of the points.
Up at the front, this is the potential champion. The man in green with the red helmet, Wayu Aji Trilaksana. He has got 3 3/4 laps just to negotiate. He looks over the shoulder. He sees Giancarlo Maurizio behind him. He's not worried about Shafiq and Ahmed Fazli Sham. He's saying to them, you guys, you can go off and you can battle out for the race in front of you. I've got bigger fish to fry.
Well, Wayu's got Hafid behind him, who of course is Izzat's teammate. In fact, he's just gone in front. So he's done what he can do to help out Izzat, who is about a dozen places behind.
There is, so P9, that assumes that Izzat Zaidi picks up points. Izzat Zaidi at the moment is out of the points. He's got the 2 Vietnamese, Honda of Antoine and Duc Tan in front of him, but he's 6 seconds adrift of them.
4 laps to go, less than half distance remaining. Wayu Aji doing everything right so far. Izzat Zaidi, Salahan having a nightmare.
Wayu Aji knows he's an experienced racer. He knows that he cannot take anything for granted. Staying on the bike could be enough.
Yeah, it's continuing to rain. Look at all the spray now.
Behind them, you've got Murabil Vitoni, who's coming in, Hafid in front of him, so Wayu Aji Trilaksana goes a little bit wide, make sure he stays off the wet part, and comes through. It's now 5 laps completed, 3 laps to go.
1.3 second lead for Shafiq Rosli. Brilliant riding from him.
He is a great racer, Shafiq Rosli. Again, Wayuaji looks over his shoulder just in case there's been a turbo charge for Izzat Zaidi, but there hasn't been. Izzat Zaidi is 19 seconds adrift. And 13 seconds adrift of Wayuaji Chuluksana with 2.5 laps to race.
Yep, as it stands, Wayuaji can drop another 4 places. But if Izzat comes up into the points, then we have to recalculate.
Indeed, but Wayuaji Chuluksana, well, he's feeling the pressure. Look at this behind him. Afiza Rofa is closing in.
Head right down.
Keep that visor as clean as you possibly can. Afiza Rofa goes on the inside of Wayuaji. And Wayuaji drops a place there, so he's into P6 now. There's a couple of racers, Murabil and Gupita Krishna are closing in on him, so it's not quite there. As we look at Izzat Zaidi, he's got nobody behind him. You can see the spray. Desperately disappointing for the Malaysian.
Well, Izzat's got 2 seconds to close, less than 2 seconds to close on Duk Tan.
But even that doesn't put him in the points, Barry.
And then he's got Nazarul, who's climbed back up after he tripped over earlier.
Look at this though, Murabil and Gupita Krishna. They are going to take places off Wayuaji Chuluksana. Is Wayuaji doing mental maths in the middle of the wet? I hope not.
He's good, but I don't think he's that good.
So Murabil, Wayuaji in the spray there. Just eases his way out so he gets a clear line as Gupita Krishna goes on the inside, corner number 12. After this, if he can safely negotiate, there will be 2 laps to go. Stay on the bike, Wayuaji Chuluksana. That'll be what he's saying to himself. That'll be what his pit crew are saying to him. Wayuaji, this title is yours. 2 laps to go, because this man, Izzat Zaidi Salahan, is only now approaching corner number 12. He's in awful isolation. And this will be purgatory for Izzat Zaidi.
Yeah, what a miserable race. Championship disappearing. Wet, windy. This will be one to forget for the Malaysian. 17th position, 16th officially, because Giancarlo Maurizio has gone into the pit. So hope is not over for him. Whereas look at that, Wayuaji Chuluksana, he said, I don't want to leave this too late. Now he's just moving in on Murabil. There he is, red helmet, bike number 60, potential champion, Gupita Krishna, guiding the way, easing it for him as he's just out of the spray line. Wayuaji Chuluksana. Yep, unfortunate for Maurizio, he was running strongly in 2nd place. Clear of Shafiq Rosley, who was 3rd, is now 2nd.
He's had one of those seasons, Giancarlo Maurizio. It's not gone well for him. Even when he was on the podium, that was taken away from him, if you recall. There is Wayuaji Chuluksana. 1 race win in Sugo. 3 second places, a couple of 3rd places. And did not finish in the 2nd race in Sugo. He thought he'd blown it yesterday with a P13. But he might just be able to cling on and do enough here. 7th at the moment.
Yeah, he's got Jordan Bardaroub just behind him. He's due another good result.
Jordan is due a result, and he's a capable young racer. Right, as they come into corner number 12 for the penultimate time. Just a little wobble there for Wayuaji.
Yep, a little bit out of shape, so he is pushing. And now he needs to stay on the bike. Izzat Zaidi is in 16th. He's not scoring any points yet.
Can you see the tension?
Crossed the line in 8th.
Tension in those eyes. Hope. Fingers crossed, legs crossed, toes crossed. Up at the front, let's not forget, Shafiq Rosley, Ahmed Fazli Shama having their own little battle of Malaysia. This is like the election yesterday, it's pretty close. Shafiq Rosley in P2, he had a podium yesterday. Ahmed Fazli Sham looking for his win. I've loved the work of Ahmed Fazli Sham so far this season. Hafiza Rofa looks in ahead of Hafid for P3. Hafiza, who started on pole, looking for a podium. And in that group is he? Yeah, Wayuaji Chuluxana, he is just there somewhere amidst the spray. The red helmet shines through.
Yeah, and he's behind his two teammates, so he called it right on the grid, didn't he?
Left foot down. Eases his way around the course.
You can feel the tension. Jordan Badarou sizing him up.
These are the leaders, Shafiq and Ahmed Fazli Sham. Hafid and Hafiza behind them, but the title looks like going to the man in the red helmet, the one XOX Team Gale Racing. There's how difficult it is. There's a slider, and it is not Wayuaji Chuluxana.
Yeah, that's Jordan Badarou just gone past Wayuaji, but Wayuaji is further up now. I think he is about in 5th or 6th place.
This is the race for the win. Shafiq Grosley looks for the tie line. Ahmed Fazli Sham comes around the outside. Ahmed Fazli Sham has the experience. Malaysian got the victory. He certainly has. Fazli Sham from Shafiq, P5 for Wayuaji Chuluxana, and you have a new champion in P5.
The second championship in underbones for Wayuaji Chuluxana. What a nail biter. Look at the effect on the crew. Some are celebrating. Others are just thankful it happened.
Okay, coming through, yeah, the celebration from Wayuaji coming through at the end.
Abject disappointment there for the JRT.
Is a tidy P12, 4 points only. Let's do the quick calculations. It's by a single point. It's a single point the title's been won by. It's only just enough, because Izzat Zaidi's got himself in P12.
Yeah, he was helped a little bit by people going out on the last lap. Got himself up into 12th, which was quite an achievement given where he found himself. But Wayuaji,
that is a phenomenal finish. He's got himself ahead of Hafid, who crashed out, April King Moscato and Duktan. One more place for 5 seconds and he would have been champion. Instead, Wayuaji Chuluxana's P5, his 11 points, will put him on 140 points. Izzat Zaidi, 139.
We're used to close racing in underbone, and that this season has translated right through to the championship result. 1 point.
We are awaiting confirmation. Of course we are. This is a live calculation, and there could well be protests coming in. But that finish into P12 for Izzat Zaidi. Well, the graphic is celebrating him as champion. I make him as champion. But my word, it was close.
Yeah, I make him as champion too. He did nothing wrong in that race at all. He rode it well, and well, as Izzat moved up in the late stages, so did Wayuaji. They both moved up several places on the last lap, so it was almost in tandem, and Wayuaji stayed just out of reach of the Malaysian. Butoni P4. Here are the results.
Ahmed Fazli Sham, congratulations to him. What a great end to the season. He's been consistently up at the front, ahead of Shafiq Grosley, Hafiza Rofa. Malaysia 1-2-3. Murabil ahead of Wayuaji Chuluxana, who's 0.7 of a second clear of Jordan and Gupita Krishna. John Emerson Ingito in P8. It's the next group that will really decide where the championship was won and lost. '25, 20, 16, 13 and 11, and look, Izzat Zaidi will pick up 4 points. 139 points for the season for Izzat Zaidi, 140 points for Wayuaji Chuluxana. Najal Izzat Bahuddin was an early casualty, but he'll pick up enough points maybe to pick up P5. There's a lot of mathematics to them, but the big mathematics as Ahmed Afif Amran is out of the points, as is April King Moscato, both gambling on the slick tyres. The gamble did not come off.
Yeah, that was a good fight back by Nasrul in terms of the race, Des, because he went right to the back and came back to P10. But here's the one who deserves all the attention. We've got the headgear again. We saw it in 2016. The dressing up box has been opened.
But it's literally one place. If Wayu Aji is one place slower, or Izzat is one place higher, Izzat becomes champion on the count back. That's how close it is, and Izzat sportingly is the first to congratulate the champion. That must be hard to